Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Samantha Winona. This is Winona Reads. Today's video is going to be my November picks from the jar and a little discussion about what I've currently been reading. This is going to be my second video that I have to upload. I did film like a week, kind of just cozy vibes, a little bit of reading. And so I want to like get that up. It's only going to be a couple minutes, but we have been doing a lot of fall stuff recently because the weather was like nice for like a good 2 weeks, and now it's like raining and it's going to start getting colder. So I am going to do like our final fall cozy vibes, and then it's going to be winter in upstate New York before we know it. So literally the second Halloween is over, I am going to be decorating for Christmas and I cannot wait. But yeah, so let's jump right in. I actually forgot the TBR jar, so let me get it. All right, it is a cozy Sunday. My cousin and his future wife are coming over and we are gonna watch some football. I made some chili and we went to a farm yesterday with the kids, and we were there, let's see, probably 10:45 till 3 o'clock, and they have so much to do there. We literally did every single thing. The kids did not want to leave. It was so much fun. We had a couple of, you know, toddler meltdowns here and there, but like overall it was so much fun. And then we rushed to the kids' elementary school to do their trunk or treat before that closed. Because they had rescheduled my daughter's dance one and we weren't able to make that, but I had made like all the decorations for trunk or treat, so they're literally just in my kitchen doing absolutely nothing. I made all of them for no reason. It's fine. Then we rushed to the school so that they could get a little bit of trick-or-treating in with their costumes, and we were just exhausted by like 7 o'clock. And so today's gonna be nice and cozy, and I do want to get some reading done because I have not read in a couple of days. First, let's do the jar picks, and then I wanted to talk about what my ideas are for the new year as far as reading and like challenges. And I want to get your opinions, and I want to see what you guys are doing for different challenges, if I should like switch it up every month or have 2 different ones to kind of go between, but we'll see. Oh, there's one stuck on my finger. Oh. I didn't know I did this. Okay, so it says buy a new one and read immediately. I mean, I don't hate my prior self for putting this in, but like also it defeats the purpose of reading everything on my shelves. So I'm trying to think of one of the newer ones that I have gotten. All right, I'll have to, that makes me think for a minute, but of course I have 3 apparently, so whatever. Okay, City of Brass. That's a good fall one. That is a series, that's the first in the series by S.A. Chakraborty. I actually gave it to my husband to read because I thought he would really get like enveloped in the fantasy kind of aspect of it because that seems to be what he goes for. Ooh, that's a good fall one. The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. Okay, so I have an idea for this actually, because I think it was one of the Rory Gilmore challenges, but I have seen, and it's on my Amazon TBR, but I haven't gotten it yet. What's it called? Unabridged Journals of Sylvia Plath. And I've heard they're like really, I think it was Haley that like read a couple and was like, this is so dark, it's hard to like read because it is very dark and like depressing. But I have been wanting to check it out, so maybe that'll be my new purchase and I can kind of knock 2 out at once. I'll purchase that one and read, and then I can read the Bell Jar and kind of have like it be Sylvia Plath November maybe. Unless it's just gonna depress the shit out of me, then maybe not. I don't know. Alright, one more just to make it even. Ooh, this is a good one too. excuse me, 50 Words for Rain by Asha Lemme. I have no idea where this one is, but that is a good November one. That one's, I feel like that one's gonna make me cry a little bit. Okay, let me find those quick. I'll bring them up and then I'll show them, and then I'll go over some of the stuff I'm currently reading right now. You gotta sit. If you're gonna sit, you gotta sit. Sit. Good job. Good job. You wanna say hi? Say hi, everybody. Oh, handsome. Alright, so I did pick up a couple on the way, but I'm also gonna look around and see. I feel like my TBR isn't changing that much because I keep wanting to finish the same stuff. But then once I finish something, I mood read and I pick something else up, and it's just a weird habit. I don't know, like TBRs are so difficult for me and I'm not sure why, but I'm still gonna keep a stack, and that is what I'm picking from. So okay, let's just get into it. 50 Words for Rain, Asha Lemme. This is going to be a very moving piece. I'm actually really looking forward to reading this. I might pick this up now. I think it is dual timelines. Let me just see. Sort of. It might be linear. The child of a married Japanese aristocrat and her African-American GI lover, Nori is an outsider from birth. Her grandparents take her in to conceal her. Okay, I'm just gonna read the whole thing because I did forget a little bit what this is about. But I remember, like, once I had bought it and picked it up, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know why I didn't just read it the second I got it. Do not question, do not fight, do not resist. That is the lesson, her first lesson. Oh my goodness. She will not question why her mother abandoned her after these final words. She will not fight her confinement to the attic of her grandparents' estate. She will not resist the scalding chemical baths she receives to lighten her skin. That's what I remember. She is an obedient daughter. She lives a solitary life with her grandparents. She is outcasted because of her mother's choice in who to have an affair with and procreate with. And this just, my heart. This sounds so good. I think I might pick this up next, actually. City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. And I honestly don't even know what this series is about. This is, like I said, the first. There's a lot of dust on here. It's been sitting on my husband's nightstand for a couple of months now. But this is the first in a trilogy? Or are there 4 books? I don't remember. But this is 18th century Cairo. It says, Nari is a con woman of unsurpassed skill. She makes her living swindling Ottoman nobles, hoping to one day earn enough to change her fortunes, but she accidentally summons Dara, an equally sly, darkly mysterious Jinn warrior. Is it Din? Din warrior or Jinn warrior? One of them is silent. During one of her cons, and she learns that even the cleverest of schemes has deadly consequences. I think this is sort of like found family in fantasy series. Not that they're relatable, but I just think what it sounds like reminds me of Roshni Chachki's Gilded Wolves, how people come together kind of unexpectedly to work together for one thing. And it's not necessarily good things. Like they said, she's a con artist. So that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. I haven't really been reading too much fantasy, so this would be a good one to start, and then maybe get the rest of the books for Christmas. I don't know. It does seem kind of big, which is kind of daunting, but it has been on my list for a while, so I do want to get to it. I don't know. We'll see. I've been doing this thing where I like read I like skim through the first couple pages to see what piques my interest, and then that's what I follow through with. So we'll see if that's like one of those that just, it seems to just click and it works and it's easy. The other one is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. And I'm surprised I've never read this. I feel like a lot of people read this in high school, or this is like on like either summer reading or curriculums or something. It is a little bit bigger than I thought it was, but it does also have a guide in the back. It is only 240 pages. So this, The Bell Jar chronicles the crack-up of Esther Greenwood. Brilliant, beautiful, enormously talented, and successful, but slowly going under, maybe for the last time. Ooh, yeah, so this is dark. It says dark, harrowing corners of the psyche, and is an extraordinary accomplishment and has been made, The Bell Jar, a haunting American classic. Sounds a little bit intense, which is something that I don't usually go for. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have been going for a little bit more intense, so this actually might be right up my alley. Some of the ones I have been reading, I did just start Homegoing on audiobook to kind of help me along. This was my last month's jar pick, one of them. I only read one so far. This is going to be book number 2, so we're working on it. We're working on getting through the books I have, but I have been gifted a lot lately and like winning raffles and stuff. There's just too much to read. There's so little time, and I'm trying. I feel like I haven't actually been listening to audiobooks lately. I had tried to start a couple of different ones. I tried a couple different Kindle books and I just wasn't vibing with them. This one, the audiobook, is really good so far, so I definitely am going to continue this. This is 2 half-sisters that are born into different villages and they're unaware of each other. So the first chapter is the one sister, and I think I'm only on the 2nd chapter, with starting with the other sister. I've been like listening to it while I get ready, which is hard when, you know, my kids come in the room and interrupt me and then I have to pause it and then unpause it, and I haven't found my headphones in a while, so just mom life, such a mess. Yeah, this is going really well so far, so I do see myself finishing it pretty soon. That is one of the ones that I have picked up and vibed with pretty fast. And then I'm only on page 2 of this, but I did just start Beautiful Boy by David Sheff. This is a new book that I have received. I guess there's a movie about it, so this is the movie adaptation, which I kind of like the cover more, honestly. I never liked the movie adaptation cover, but it's Steve Carell and Timothée Chalamet. But this is Dad's voice on his son's addiction and how it affected the family and his son and himself, and it's tough because you're reading it in the beginning, and this is only like, I think it's only the foreword, it's not even an actual chapter yet, and just, it's tough to think about stuff like this when you have a family of your own. There's so much empathy and so much compassion behind reading stories like these. I think that's why I don't know, I have read other stuff like this similarly, like what was that one, Heart and Other Bones or something. I had started the year off, I think it was like February or March. I had read, and I think it was it was a memoir. It wasn't an autobiography, it was a memoir of a girl who her sister had gone through addiction and like that struggle. I don't know why these are so interesting to me, but there is so much to unpack, and I'm only, like I said, on the 2nd page, but like just the family dynamic, having little kids and then an older kid, and the older kid is struggling, just this is the one that I like want to start like flying through and getting through, because I know once I like have a little bit more of attention and I start focusing on it, I'm not gonna be able to put it down. So it's just getting to that point. A couple others I want to pick up. This one I had just gotten, A Certain Hunger. I had gotten it on my birthday 3-minute challenge at the bookstore, which I failed miserably. If you have not watched that, go watch it. It is so hard to pick out what books you actually want in 3 minutes. I swear, you see all these like Instagram reels or TikToks where, you know, they're like, okay, set the timer, you get 6 minutes, and you walk around the store and you pick out whatever in a frenzy. Like, no, my brain was not functioning. Like, I would look at the titles and like, I'm like, I have never heard of any of these before. That's completely not true. I just could not focus under pressure. I don't know why, because I'm actually really good under pressure for like life situations, but picking out books under pressure is just not my thing, apparently. I picked out this one, and I do want to get to this one. The chapters are short. I did really mesh with the writing when I was kind of skimming through the first couple pages, and it just sounds creepy and interesting. So I want to get to this kind of before the holidays start, because, you know, once like mid-November hits, I start wanting to like read holiday stuff, or I tend to read more classics during the winter. I don't know. I just want to pick that one up soon because it just sounds creepy, and I've heard a couple people say the book is good, but I haven't seen a lot of reviews on it, so I do want to get to this one. This was on one of my TBRs a while ago, Ghost by Dolly Alderton. And let's see, I think she's like ghosted by one of her dates. Says Nina is not bothered that she's single. She owns her own apartment. She's about to publish her second book. She has a great relationship with her ex-boyfriend, and she has enough friends to keep her social calendar full. Then she downloads a dating app, and the impossible happens. She meets a great guy on the first date. He's handsome. They have chemistry. They dance around together like fools, and then he ghosts her. And she is forced to deal with everything that she is trying hard to ignore. Her father's dementia, her mother's denial of it. So this just seems like something I want to get to. I say that about everything. I know. It's a struggle. I'm telling you, it's a struggle. Having a full library in your room is a struggle. I constantly am looking at books and I'm like, there's not enough time. There's just not enough time to read what you want. I also got Starling House from Book of the Month. I don't think I'm going to get to it before the holidays, if I'm being honest. It was something that I wanted to pick up, but I feel like I'm fading out of like the spooky mood, and especially like the tree in our backyard took forever for all the leaves to fall, and so I feel like now that they're all over on the ground, to me that's like a sign that Christmas is coming. Like, it's a sign that like fall has fallen, fall's been done. And now it's like time to start preparing. And like, plus we're getting like 30-40 degree weather soon, like in a couple days soon. So I'm just like phased out of the whole spooky thriller mystery. Like, I don't know, maybe it'll be a mood thing and I'll get back into it. Just not where I'm at right now. So I don't see myself picking it up soon, but it was on last month's TBR, I believe. I think. These are definitely two that I want to get to, that I also recently hauled. It's not a duology, but they go back to back. It's The Idiot and Either Or, and it is about a daughter of Turkish immigrants. She goes to a highly praised college, and it's just a very impactful story that I think a lot this is my brain. I just like had like too many thoughts and I completely broke sentence and now I can't remember what I was saying. But I think stories like these are the ones that are really impactful for me. Tend to really enjoy stuff like this because it takes me longer to get through it. There's, you know, character development and familial backgrounds, and, you know, a story about education and just so many different aspects. This is the stuff that I tend to like gravitate towards, I think, and like more want to pick up. I think sometimes I just don't pick it up right away because I know it takes me a little bit longer because it's more investing. Does that make sense? It's more investing. Like, I'm not just reading a story and getting through the story, kind of like a movie where like I have a picture in my head and then the movie's over. This is like something that gets in your core and like makes you think, and so it takes you a little bit longer to get through them, and I think that's been a little bit daunting for me with some of these things. I've just kind of been like, I want to fly through stuff, but now that it's like winter time and slowing down, I want to like start picking up sort of heavier stories. or more emotionally invested stories. Maybe that's it. But let me see. I see, that's the problem. I honestly don't even know what I'm in the mood for, but I do want to pick a couple other ones to talk about quickly, so I'll be right back. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take you along with me because I just have too many. One of these, this is downstairs. I took the covers off to put it on one of our end tables, but this is one that I do want to get to also. It's really dark over here. This is one that I want to get to also, Land of Milk and Honey. This is a new release, but it is another one that I think is going to be really impactful and has like a lot of messages, and I just have a feeling that I'm really gonna like it and vibe with it. So that I'll probably pick up after, what was the Rain one? The Asha Lemmy book. I'll probably do that one first and then this one, or vice versa, because those are just what I'm going for right now. There are so many other ones that I want to get to. Like, I have this whole nonfiction section here. I have this whole nonfiction section, and a lot of it I've read so far. Like, I've read these. Actually, maybe I haven't read that many. I've read these. I read that one. I read this one. I read that one. And this one. But I tried to pick up, I forget what it was called, the Lusitania book by, I think it's the same author, Erik Larson. I can't think of the name, but I did try to pick it up and follow along on audiobook, and it just seemed very redundant. Like, it was talking about the same stuff and comparing the ship to like the Titanic and like all these other ships, and I'm like, great, but like, where is the story development about what we're talking about? I just wasn't, I don't know, I wasn't in the mood for it, I guess. Yeah, so I do kind of want to try another one because I like doing that. I like getting like a nonfiction every month to either listen to or follow along with. Oh my gosh, you guys. And then, like I said, I really like classic books during this time of the year, and like for the longest time I've been wanting to reread Custom of the Country by Edith Wharton. I don't know what it is, but like that one's a comfort read for me. I loved the characters. I haven't read it since like my second year of college, and for some reason, like, just this weather makes me think. I was talking to my friend the other day and I'm like, I wish I could go back to college. Like, she kept saying she wished she could go to high school, it was so much fun. I'm like, oh, I hated high school. But I wish I could go back to college because, like, walking around campus this time of year was so comforting for some reason. And all I did was literature stuff, and I didn't appreciate it at the time, but I appreciate it now. So I'm like, I just want to go back. So something in me wants to pick up Custom of the Country. Something in me wants to try something new. I have a couple of shorter books, like I think it's called 9 Stories by, I am just not focusing. What is the one? 9 Stories by J.D. Salinger. I did like his writing in Franny and Zoe. So that one has like also sort of been on my list, not like an immediate get to, but like something. I have Catch-22 that I've been wanting to get to for a while. I just feel like when I'm picking out these jar picks, I'm not getting a lot of classics, which I'm surprised because I feel like that's all I have, but apparently not. But anyway, there's just so much reading that I want to do. Like, I still want to finish this so bad. And like, now I'm starting to get worried because I'm forgetting some of the characters and the plot, and I don't know. Somebody help me. I wish I could like clone myself and just read all day every day, and that could be my job. But yeah, that is where I'm at. So I'm gonna go read. I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna go read, and I think that's it. So let me know what you are currently reading and what you plan on reading in November, because I like seeing things that I've never heard of before, but I also like hearing stuff that like may be popular but like you're actually vibing with and it's worth the read. That would help me out a lot. So happy reading. I hope you have a good weekend, and happy Halloween Tuesday, and then happy Christmas. you know? Thanksgiving's just one day. It's not like a thing. I don't know. Is it a thing for you guys? Do you like... That's another thing I would like to know. Who keeps their fall stuff up until Thanksgiving? Who actually does that? I only know 1 or 2 people, and it's because they host Thanksgiving that they have to like keep it fall-like, which is understandable. But like for me, I think it's gonna be like November 5th. We're decorating the house for Christmas. I think that's what's happening, because it's just cold. It's cold. Blame New York. Blame where we live. It's cold, and it just makes me feel like Christmas. So anyway, have a good weekend. Talk to you soon. Keep reading. Bye.